Hey guys, my name is Sam and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about this article that I saw on Green Car Reports about the Polestar 2. And the Polestar 2 in this article is listed to have beaten both the Model 3 and the Mustang in terms of range. But then the Tesla Model 3 is actually better on efficiency. So that kind of got me thinking, how does the Polestar and how does everyone else compare against it in terms of range and efficiency? So to start off our comparison, these are the best-selling EVs in the United States. And of course, the top two are Teslas. They sell about 100,000 units. And everyone else is less than 25,000 units and all the way down to 1,600 on that Ioniq 5. And just like the article, I wanted to compare both the range and the efficiency on these vehicles. So in terms of thinking about a range and efficiency, we've got a problem because we have miles per gallon electric, which is what the EPA came up with. And the problem with this is that electricity is not measured in gallons. And then the other method is kilowatts per 100 miles, where lower is better. And we're used to higher is better for miles per gallon. So I decided to create a metric here, miles per 10 kilowatts. So how many miles you're able to travel per 10 kilowatts used. And we can see that Tesla is the top in all vehicle categories across the luxury sedan to a small SUV. And we can also see that the spread is kind of tight for the top 7 vehicles on efficiency. So it's kind of hard to pick a number 2 among this chart here. So then we can take a look at range. So maximum range charted over here, Teslas and Polestar are actually kind of mixed in the top. But I kind of do care about efficiency a little bit, at least. I don't want a car that's going to suck up a bunch of electricity and end up costing me more than, say, driving a gas vehicle or a hybrid vehicle. So we want to combine these two metrics to determine a number 1 and number 2. And so in terms of deciding how to calculate this, I called up a few friends to help me with this. Yo.
Yep.
Hey Ming.
Hey.
Oh, question for you, just off the top of your head. If you're driving an electric vehicle, how much more important is the range of the vehicle to you versus how efficient it is?
Okay, wait. Is this like I'm thinking about purchasing one, or I'm like going on a road trip?
You're purchasing one.
Oh, yeah. Range is pretty freaking important to me.
How
That's
much
why,
more
yeah.
important? Like 2 times more important, 3 times more important?
I mean, efficient. Okay, so what do you mean by efficiency? Because doesn't that dictate range?
Efficiency would be like, it doesn't necessarily dictate range because you could just put a bigger battery in. So like it consumes more electricity if it's less efficient. But you could have a car that's longer range but just less efficient.
Oh, yeah. It's like 5 or 10 times because efficiency doesn't matter to me at that point because the tangible benefit is the range to me.
Okay. 5 to 10 times. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Okay. Wait,
All right.
what is this for?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Maybe 2 times? I don't know if I would say 2 times. I guess it really depends on how efficient it is. If it's like horribly inefficient. Like if it costs, twice as much to drive the same mile versus, one versus the more efficient one, then I would think about it. But I think in terms of EVs, they're not that bad.
I would take more range over efficiency. I mean, I would say definitely like 2 to 1. That like it's definitely doubly more important for me.
I care more about the maximum range because I'm thinking electricity is pretty cheap. I'd just say probably like 80-20.
So after that, we discovered that range was more important by an average ratio of 3 to 1. And using this scoring method, we can give more points for range versus efficiency in a 3 to 1 ratio. So if we consider the Tesla Model S, It came in number 3 on the efficiency side, so scores 11 points. And then it was number 1 on range, so we give it 13 points. And then we multiply that by 3. So we add the two together and it scores 50 points. And after that, we can chart everyone else in the same chart. And we can see here, Tesla is doing a clean sweep of the top 4 spots, followed by the Polestar 2. And you can also see the traditional car makers all falling behind. I don't know if it's because they're not focused on their EV brand or what the problem is. And we can also take away all the vehicles that are not considered luxury vehicles, because Tesla is synonymous with having a little bit of luxury, and Polestar is targeting that luxury market. And I don't need to tell you, but 3 of these companies really just aren't catching up to the rest of the pack here. So that's our range and efficiency comparison of the current best-selling vehicles with Polestar added in. So I think this comparison is actually a pretty interesting way of doing it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you care more about range or do you care more about efficiency? Is a 3-to-1 ratio enough for you? If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and we'll see you in the next one.